Good morning or afternoon, depending on what time you're listening to this podcast, and welcome to Do Geese Have Udders, the show where we ask the unanswered and answer the unasked, looking at news and online stuff too. I'm Michgoo, and joined by my good friend Matthew Thompson. You right, Matt?
You ruined the take. How
Why?
dare you? How
I'm
dare
so
you?
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Cool, just don't let it happen again.
Good. Then let's start the show. So Matt, earlier today, I was in M&S, Marks and Spencer's.
Amazing. What happened?
Marks and Sparks. And you know how previously they've been giving out little like boxes of fake food and all that, like dollhouse-sized food, like fish fingers and milk.
No.
Do you not shop in M&S?
No.
Oh,
I'm not that privileged.
not that wealthy.
Yeah,
No, well,
not
I
that
mean, I wasn't. My
privileged,
mum
right.
was in there, and I happened to be with her carrying the bags and all that.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so in case you didn't know, they're not doing these mini supermarket packages anymore, which in my eyes is just a waste of plastic. Instead, they're giving out something my mum didn't want, so I thought you might appreciate it a little more. It's called Little Garden, and inside it, it's got a little plant pot and some seeds. And I know how much you love the outdoors and your gardening and all that.
I love it. Where's the seeds?
There's a little packet in there. It's got
it
three
said seeds not included.
Well, they are. They're there.
My man gave
It's
me...
in a little packet called seeds. Now I believe that what you're holding up is, it looks like a Rolo. I believe that's mud, and I believe that when you add water to it, that's going to.
It looks like something you're popping a urinal to make it smell better. Just a bit brown.
I was confused because it's so tiny compared to the pot.
I wonder if you add water, it just expands.
Well, that's what I think. And then there's 3 seeds in there. I believe it's for peppers. If you want to grow them,
peppers.
we can grow. Well, neither was my mum. That's why she gave it away and said, "Does Matt want it?"
Did she actually say that?
No, I said I'll take it to Matt.
I'd take all the rubbish.
Maybe we could grow them in here, Matt.
I'll be enthusiastic. Thank you, Michael. I'm so grateful for this gift of peppers. I can grow them and make my own.
Quick, try and think of a food that
pepper soup.
There you go. Yeah, pepper soup. Wonderful.
Yay! How do you know it's peppers? Does it say on it?
On the seeds it says peppers.
Does it actually?
It says like peppers.
Oh, it's chili peppers. I do
well, there you
like hot
go.
food. That's not too bad.
Oh, well, there you go. Then you can grow them and then you can eat them on this show.
I mean, sure.
Because winter's a great time to begin growing.
If you guys want to see me eat a pepper, just check out Low-Key TV.
Low-Key TV doesn't exist anymore. So very recently, Matt, we went on our annual trip to the Lake District.
We did.
It was only about a week ago now. How did you find it, Matt?
I've already kind of forgot it.
That does not surprise me at all.
No. First day getting there was alright. We got a new room. That was quite cool.
We did. Okay, so usually we stay in Blencathra, which is a very famous part of the Lake District.
Is it?
It is, yeah, Matt. Yeah, it is. And so we usually stay in this big main building because we go with a scout group as well. So usually we used to be network and we used to stay in it. But there were some more of us this time, and so us older lot got to stay in a completely different building.
Yeah.
Far away from them.
Just bedrooms, that was it.
It was, yeah. So it wasn't. We started to go back there for the kitchen and all that.
The toilets.
Well, okay. Well,
I remember that. I want to tell about.
I knew what you were about to say. Okay, we did have an ensuite though. But I take it you want to tell the story then?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then. You got to start from the top though.
Well, when we
got to start from the wardrobe.
Yeah, when we first went into the room, there's a bunk bed to your left in the corner. Then there's another bunk bed to your right, near a corner. But there's a window there, window straight in front of you, in front of the doorway.
Lots of little windows in these rooms.
Well, there was 2 in this room.
Lots.
Yeah. Then there was a front door, well, the door to our room. Then it doesn't lock. This door does not lock. Just saying.
And yeah. So all the bedroom doors didn't lock.
Yeah, none
but
of the bedroom
there was
doors.
a main lock on the main door though.
Yeah.
And bearing in mind that we were all mature adults in this building, none of us actually raided each other's rooms. Although we did have a look at one of them and we saw it had a desk in it, and we're like, one of these days, we're gonna have that desk.
We wanted to steal the desk, but the person there wouldn't let us.
No, he said no, and we're like, okay.
Okay, well, you don't need a desk.
Yeah, which is a shame.
No
but anyway, back to the story.
But yeah, then to our left, there's a wardrobe and a picture frame near the wall.
With a picture in it. There was a picture in it. Do
Oh,
you remember
yeah.
what the picture was of?
Some orange thing.
It was. It was an orange thing. That's the only way I could have described it
Yeah.
as well. I was trying to remember. Was it a bird? Was it a flower? I was like, no, it's just orange thing.
But we
Art,
went
as they call
with
it.
our friend Ben. He was
Yes.
in our room. It was me, Michael, and Ben.
Yep.
And Ben didn't like the wardrobe not being against the wall.
Right. No, okay. So the problem with it is that where the wardrobe was placed, it was like the corner of the room, some fat probably about this 3 foot a meter gap, then the wardrobe, and then nothing else on the wall. It was like,
Yeah.
why didn't they put the wardrobe against the wall? And then we quickly realised that, well, I mean, it's probably because that picture was hanging up in that gap. But again, it was a stupid place for that picture to be hung.
It was a stupid picture as well.
So what did we do? More police cars. You hear them as well, don't you?
Yeah, we took the picture down.
Yep.
And put it out of the way, and then all three of us forced this wardrobe into the corner with a big bit of oomph.
Basically just did a bit of feng shui, as we called it.
But yeah, I'm gonna tell you a story what happened later in the Lake District with the wardrobe.
Yeah.
I came back pretty tipsy.
Was this
And-
whilst I was asleep?
Yeah, and
God.
I opened the door, and someone left the wardrobe open, and because the wardrobe's
Yeah,
doors
yeah,
swing
because- yeah,
open and cover the door.
Because the coats were hanging on the door handles, because we thought we could use them as extra coat hangers, yeah?
Yeah, I smacked my face straight into that and fell backwards.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
And I was like, oh, I'm turning on the light. And then I turned on the light and woke all you up. But that really hurt.
I remember you coming in at 3 a.m. and saying, Mick, where are your cards?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
took
it
them to
was
go
a-
and play poker.
It was a good night. It was a good
Yeah.
night. But
Anyway,
yeah.
To the toilet door. To the toilet door now.
Yeah, the toilet door with the... It was a nice toilet. There was a nice ringing noise every so often of the ventilation, which if you punched it, it would stop ringing. But then we realised you could just hit the off switch.
Yep.
It wouldn't make any noise.
That would have been the people's first choice, but
Yeah.
just punching it works as well.
Yeah, it worked for me. The shower, a bit annoying. Bit small.
Yeah, it
was
wasn't
warm.
as great as previous showers. It's definitely not the worst. I mean, it was very hot.
Oh, no.
It's very lovely, but the pressure could have had a bit more pressure. But the doormat, you're missing out on the door.
I know, I'll get to the best bit. And there's a door with a busted lock, which if there's a little breeze with the window open, the ghosts are like, let them see them poo, and then the door opens and you can see exactly where I sleep on the bunk bed. But we did come up with a way to stop the wind blowing it.
Right, well, so to say first though, the problem with the door is not so much the lock was busted, but because the
no,
lock bit actually worked.
Yeah,
But the problem is that you could still lock it, but clearly it's been either kicked or
I
something.
think it's been kicked in.
Yeah, but you could still open it with ease, and so everything there worked, but it didn't, and it was very annoying.
But yes, back to how we actually locked the door.
Yes.
If you remember the picture frame.
Yes. This is the picture frame we took off in order to move the wardrobe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, I tried with a bin before, and the door just pushed the bin. I was like, okay, well, this isn't going to work. So I grabbed the picture frame.
Needed
and
something
I-
with weight.
Yeah, and I leant the picture frame against the door, and it worked.
Genius.
Yeah.
Pure genius.
But then we realised the picture frame was glass, so we couldn't mess about, which was also another good thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's how we shut our door.
It was like, guys, don't kick down the door because I'm having a dump and there's a glass picture frame lent
Yeah.
up against the door. Yeah. But it was genius. I love how we haven't even talked about the Lake District yet. We've just spent that whole time about the room.
Oh yeah, it was an alright room.
So let's actually get on to the actual Lake District itself. So we've been, I think, every February for the past
6 years.
must have been about 6 years, 5-6 years. And each time, genuinely, it's been different weather. I don't think we've had 2 years with the same weather that we've had before.
I don't think we've ever had the same weather.
No, I mean, last year was fantastic. It was the bluest skies we'd ever seen. What on earth are you eating? Oh my god, it's grim. It's just disgusting to watch. Yeah, that didn't go according to plan, did it?
That went perfectly well.
And so this year was, I think, I don't want to necessarily say the worst weather, but the second day was probably the harshest wind we've ever had for
Yes.
some time.
I mean, the first day was. You normally start with the first day, Michael.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No point going straight into second base when there's first base to be had.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
So the first day, it was just normal weather. It rained before. I think the night
Yeah,
before.
it's
It was the storm. We went when there was the storm. Do you remember the storm?
What, on day one?
Well, there was a storm before we went. The big storm.
Oh, yes, Storm, Kira, and then there was another one as well.
Storm Shakira, the second one.
No, it wasn't. It began with D. It was
Deza.
I think
It was Denon.
Dennis.
Yeah, sure.
It's Denim.
Denon.
Okay, here comes Storm Levi's. You're away from the microphone because you're munching. Was it no? But was it a good choice to munch in the middle of a conversation?
Yes.
So yeah, okay. So this was just after Storm Dennis hit.
Yeah.
So we already knew it wasn't going to be blue skies for us and no wind whatsoever. So day one, we went up and it was just, I think it was not necessarily blue, but it was very light grey, but everything was wet. It was so marshy when we were walking.
Yeah.
Things took about twice, maybe 3 times as long to get through because every step you took, it just went straight down.
It was in one bit where it was fine up, but it's when you got to the part where
rocks, it's when it leveled out and the water could gather.
I'd say more of a ravine sort of thing, because there's a mountain there and a mountain there, and it would just fall in. Oh, pardon me. And we entered Shrek Swamp, basically.
It was worse than Shrek Swamp. I mean, it must have taken us an hour to get, 100 metres, if that?
Oh, you couldn't go straight, you couldn't go over it, you couldn't go under it.
Couldn't go around it.
Couldn't go around it.
We tried going around it, that didn't work.
No, so I got fed up about 45 minutes through, and I just walked off.
You just stormed through the middle of it.
So basically, there was a bit that's probably about, imagine a car height, and I jumped off it, and I thought I was jumping on something with hard ground. And it wasn't. It was completely mush, and I went straight through and it went up to my knee, and my boots got sodden, and I was like, you know what, screw this, and I started munching out like a robot.
You're like, I'm already this wet.
Yeah.
Can't get worse.
Can't get wetter. Poo this. Let's finish this. So I marched away about. You guys were about 30 minutes.
Yeah, we took our time because we were trying to find a nice dry route.
And I was just sitting on a broken fence panel, just chilling, waiting for you guys.
Yeah, you were, because then following that, we all hopped over this bit of barbed fence. We all helped each other. Got to where you were and realised that you were sat in this gap that we couldn't see.
Yeah, I did say.
We couldn't hear you. You were miles away.
I was getting up. I was comfy on my little pallet.
But anyway, so day one we actually had a really nice time. We saw a tiny bit of snow on day one as well. That was
snowball fight.
Very exciting. It was. I mean, that's all the amount of snow we saw was enough for one snowball, I think. And then we got back, and it was all lovely. And then we saw the wind speed for the day 2, and it wasn't great. So all the young ones we made sure stayed not necessarily relatively low, but away from the wind ideally, because they're all very light and we didn't want them to get blown off the cliff.
They're like kites with their raincoat.
And so because we were older, we got told that we could go as high as we want. So I think we originally planned, thanks to Jack, who is someone we've never mentioned, I think, on this show, but he loves map reading.
Never will again.
He loves map reading and all that jazz.
I'm sorry, Jack.
Was going to take us over... He's not listening. Was going to take us up Sharp Edge, I believe it was called. And already we know that that's not a safe-sounding passage.
Yeah. Sharp Edge. One side, bouncy castle. Second side, death.
Yeah, I mean, more or less. Might have been just loads of marsh on one side, so might as well have drowned. But going up, we got halfway up the mountain hill thing, and we saw it was coming over grey. And I was like, right, guys, waterproof's on, just in case.
That's called
Let's be safe.
No, you didn't.
Okay, I said it to myself because I definitely did it. Oh, yeah, no, you didn't, did you?
I tried, but my boot wouldn't fit in the hole. So I was like, screw this. I'm going up like a man. So I did.
It wasn't great, though, was it? Because then the next thing we knew, we had this intense hail. Like, it was painful.
You had thermals on firstly.
Yeah, because I was a smart man.
I didn't.
That's your fault. That's your problem.
I went into the fetal position because it hurt so much.
And so we were hiking up that. Incredibly painful, incredibly wet. I couldn't even get my camera out that whole entire day, which really annoyed me. I would have loved to have taken a picture of what it looked like.
It was a good day, no camera.
And then we got to the very top of it, and for the first time ever, we just felt the wind hit us to the extent that we kept moving. We couldn't stay still.
Yeah.
And we looked at where we had to go, and we were just like, no.
I wanted to do it, but it was suicidal.
It's that's quite dark, really, if you look into what you just said.
It's me in a nutshell, isn't it? But what was the fun part? The fun part, or people who've done walking will probably understand this. But if the wind's so powerful and you lean back, the wind will catch you.
Yeah.
And you can lean back for about 30 minutes, which was quite fun to do.
It was.
On top of the peak, which was...
I think I had a picture of all 4 other people doing it.
Yeah, with 60-mile-an-hour winds blowing you back. That was pretty fun.
It was, but it was just incredible the first time that we all looked at something and just went, "Is it even we're not that I mean, apart from Matt Thompson, we're all not that stupid enough to do that, so we all came back down.
It's funny, we started walking, and then the wind picked up.
Yeah.
And we started falling backwards, and we're like, "What is this? What is this?"
Well, yeah. Again, it was like the hail. The hail just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, but you can see hail.
Yeah, but there was no like light moment of it. It was just nothing. Death.
Yeah, but the hail stopped.
Well, it did in the end.
But yeah, the wind didn't.
Yeah.
Then we headed back the way we came up, defeated.
Sad, lonely.
Well, not so. Well, I mean, maybe one of those things.
Then I got hit in the back with a snowball. Thanks, Ben. Forgot about the great hurrah at the end, where you went to bed at like
1 o'clock in the morning.
you didn't go to bed at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Went to bed at like 12.
So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for having a bedtime.
Yeah, on a trip with the boys.
The boys and a bunch of
You
kids.
would go to Ibiza and go to bed at 9 o'clock.
Yes, I would.
That was an insult, Michael.
I'll take it as a compliment.
Yeah. No comment. But yeah, it was a good night. I went to bed at 5 a.m. and I had to cook breakfast. No, I went to bed at 5:30 a.m. and I had to cook breakfast at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, do you want to tell people how you made breakfast?
I went.
It was you and map reader Jack to make breakfast that day.
Jack never got up.
Yes,
Firstly,
he never showed.
So I went to bed at 3:30.
Hang on, it's 5:30 a second ago.
5:30, whatever. And I heard Michael banging about, so I woke up. He went for a poo.
No, I had a shower.
Whatever.
And a
Yeah, in the shower. And then I went downstairs, got breakfast ready, cooked it all.
No, you didn't. It was croissants and brioche.
Yeah, I got the croissants and brioche ready. Threw them on the table. Got some orange juice there, a couple of bowls so they can eat their croissants in there. And then I went back to bed.
All you did was get the packets and move them to a different table.
Yeah, in my defence, I don't ever eat croissants. I think they're disgusting.
And so I decided to take it on myself, and I did your job and Jack's job. At this point, Jack still wasn't even
Jack
awake.
didn't appear.
He didn't appear until like 9 o'clock.
Bro, I went to bed at 5:30 and he went to bed at like 2 and my man could not stay up.
He just
did
didn't
not
get up
wake
at all. Yeah, and I put them in the oven. They were nice and warm, and everybody showed up.
It's almost
Again,
like the only food at the place.
Apart from Jack, yeah.
But yeah, Jack disappointed.
Very, very disappointed. Hey, thanks for listening to our podcast. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future episodes. And why not follow us on Twitter too, because we post updates, behind the scenes stuff, and just general other news about the channel. Link in the description below. Got any topics or questions that you think need a proper answer or maybe have yet to even be asked? Drop it in the comments below and we might include it in a future episode. Until next time.